Serotonin everything I've been waiting for you. No sabab chipayo, do myself be happier. Everybody got your back out. Everybody, baby, got you too. I never said there's something to say. But everyone is here with you. My best you look like blue. Husbands are what I like too. Never nothing for some weekend. Every time I open my door, spends waiting for two. Let it surrender. Never saw you hurt me, just where I never time you baby, this is in my soul. Time about to press on your view. That's all it has. Don't lie. What's all you good for? I know you're taking a while. What is this? I know you're taking a while. Oh. So, looking for some. I know, good morning. Morning. So if hurts me, listen to the never time you leave me. Keep us and say so. Tell you want you to listen to it. Just say it for you. Gotta tell you goodbye. I'm so gotta say goodbye. I just used you around like you sing like you do. Yes, I see like I see Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. What type of measurements of variation easily affected by the extreme score range? A child who is cold towards the people among him might have failed to attain what a basic calls based on Erickson's theory of psychological development trust. Under the learning due with the following instruments must be acquired so that the person can perform his work effectively. Competence. What do you think would be the actions of the teacher who found out that it is proven that its principals involved in the malversation of funds of their school? Present the charge to complete authority. Standard deviations in the measurement of variation is to measure central tendency, mood. With the statement is the true is constructing matching type of test. The option and description are not necessarily homogeneous. Description is column A and option is column B. The option must be greater than the description. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the direction must state the base of the matching. Which of the following should be avoided in constructing true or false? Verbal clause and specific determiner. Terms denoting a definite degree of amount. Taking elements direction from the book, or keep true and false statement the same is length. 1 and 4. Keep true false statement the same in length. Yes. The discriminating index number 15 is 0.44. This means that equal number of students go to the correct answer. No. More students from the upper group got the item correctly. Yes. Some children go through the period of intense appetite when they ate to chew on all the sort of inedible substance. This is called pica. What is the main advantage of using table of specification with constructing period test? It's improved the sampling of contest areas. If a teacher is the advocate of banking concept education, he or she views student as clear account to be filled up by the teacher, dominant account to be active by the teachers, wobble account to be balanced by the teacher. All of the above. Wow, I like this song. Darling, you so blind, blurring my nails. Teacher Michelle is no neophyte teacher. One time, mother one of her students confronted and mauled her in front of her colleagues. How should conduct teacher Malak react on this kind of situation? Walk away and ignore the mother? No. Answer back the mother and mauled her too? No. Wait until the emotion of the mother subside and invite her to discuss the concern with the principal or guidance counselor. Letter C. Pure time, baby, I'm dancing in the floor. Miss Chidura is always guarded by the principal that she has foremost responsibility as a teacher. Given the following, which do you think is the main responsible of Miss Sanchez? Ask the challenging question. Guide students in learning process. Show responsibility in counseling. Inspire students to interesting lesson. Which of the following would best describe the role of the schools? A. To educate the citizens. B. To educate the citizens to change the society. Of course, A. Manual artistic activities involving attitudes and feelings are primary expansive of emotion and values, not thoughts. An example of this motor skill is baking a cake with background music, saving a bird for the wall of the bird cabinet, dancing and playing musical instrument. Letter C. Parents and teachers are considered as authorities and models by children. At the early childhood stage, what does this statement imply? Parent-teacher conference should always be an activity in school, no. Parents should enforce strict discipline at home and teacher in school, no. Teacher and parents should serve as role models at all the time. Which of these statements regarding a professional teacher is the major difference in the professionalization of teacher and teaching as a promulgate in Presidential Decree 1006 as a Republic Act of 7836? Assigned at the tertiary level in both private and state college and university is the answer. Social stratification is greatly developed in the classroom. Which of these activities would be an effective way of avoiding or minimizing this? Encourage higher education aspiration among the less frivolous pupils. Yes, letter A. The freedom of Constitution which provided the present philosophy of education was the contribution of Aquino administration. Which of this statement is not consistent with our education philosophy? A. Appropriate the roles of foreigners on the historical stage of this country. Or B. In the preamble of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teacher, which of the following teacher description is included in Code of Ethics of the Professionalism Teachers? Person of dignity and reputation. Yes. A number of the research and found the effect of maternal employment of children and achievements are positive and negative. Babyhood is often referred to as a critical period in development of personality because at this time the foundation are laid upon with the adult personality structure rebuilt. Result is established that the complete coordination of the motor activities is attained at child stage. Which of these theories hold that human activities is based on the interaction of stimuli and responses? Association. It is the process by which an organism inherent a characteristic traits of the patient. Fertilization, heredity. Mutual, of course, for heredity. When the daughter is completing with the father for the father's attention, the daughter is said to be experiencing sexual deviation, electrocomplex, identity crisis, or Oedipus complex. Letter B. If the children are the cooperative engaged with the teachers in the group project, the children will discipline themselves and each member for the group exercise. Special interest, moral compulsion, obedience to the teacher. Letter C. Obedience for the teacher. Which of the following embodies that operation return to the basic? A. National Secondary Achievement Test. B. New elementary school curriculum. Letter B. In the classroom, it's possible to see the teaching doing the following for the facilitate learning. 1 and 3. 3 and 4. The class goes out to the zoo to observe the animals, and the teacher show poster of animals. A provider for the education of 1982, how much are the institutions of learning encouraged to set the higher standard of quality over and above the minimum required for the state of recognition? A. Formal education. B. Academic freedom. C. Voluntary accreditation. Of course, C. Voluntary accreditation. The following is true in the development of understanding in early childhood, except sensory experience, abilities to reason and to see relationship. Yes, this is true. The first kindergarten, also known as the garden where children would grow, was the product of research by Prubel, letter A. Values development is integrated in all subjects in the NC, while values education is offered as separate subject. Yes. Which of the following is a mark of good teacher? Has the master of lesson? So the main function of the philosophy of education is to aid the learner to build his own personal philosophy or define the goals or set the direction for the while education is to strive. Letter B. The control and the administration of all education institutions shall be vested in the citizens of the Philippines is stipulated in PDA 176. During the class reunion of teacher, Eric learned that most of his classmates are successful in their fields. Also, he found out that most of them are wealthy because they have chosen a lucrative profession. Confronted with the situation, how should teacher Eric react? Hide to those as a real profession? Tell with pride that he is the teacher by profession. So, letter B. Teacher, being the trustee of the cultural educational heritage of the nation, are under obligation to promote the obedience to the laws of state, promote the nation pride, cultivate love of country, and instill allegiance to the Constitution, transmit to the learners the heritage, and elevate national morality. All of the above. Yes, the answer. The principal is very much interested in quality professional development program of her teacher. Which of the following should she consider to realize this? Responsive to identify teacher needs. Miss Riani wants to help his ending Miss Del Mondo's act of immorality but does not have to encourage confronting her. What she did was to write and secretly distribute copies of anonymous letter to her colleagues. What should have been done instead? Secretly give anonymous letter only to the people concerned. If the charge is valid, present such charge under oath before her school head. Yes. The principal asks is good a teacher to write modular lesson in Filipino. Then he had them published with his name printed as author, which is unethical in this case. He burdened the teacher with work not related to teaching. He got the merit which was due for his teacher writer. Yeah. So she can get merit. Teacher Vincent, a teacher for 32 years, refuses to attend seminar. He claims that his 32 years of teaching is more than all the seminar he asked to attend are in the actuation and thinking in accordance with the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. No, a professional teacher, regardless of teaching experience, ought to go through CP. Education is a continuous process of experience and visiting or reorganizing experience according to progressive. What does it mean? Education goes on throughout life. The meaning of contribution of the Arroyo administration in education is Republic Act number 9155 this provision. Start the National Scholarship Program, renamed DEX to DEBET. The main purpose of compulsory education of the Constitution is to develop students into responsible thinking citizens. Which of the following situation would violate the principle of respect? Teacher B is giving special favor student to the place so that he can get a remarkable result in the evaluation. Teacher E told her student that what Teacher B thought is wrong. Teacher B, upon learning what Teacher did, asked the student not to attend her class. All of the above. Yes, that's good answer. If a teacher states the specialization knows more and more about less and less, hence it better to be generalized. What kind of philosophy does he upholds? Essentialism. Teacher Paul is inspiration to almost all of the teachers. His efficiency and effectiveness in all the profession is truly outstanding. Which of the following describe the attitude towards him? Idealism, of course. So the teacher found teaching in a multicultural classes very challenging. Which among the following choice will elevate difficulties of addressing this challenge? She must embody a curriculum rather than its perspective. She must nurture diversity rather than practicing domination and oppression. B. Miss Janina is the most admired preschool teacher in her school. Which among the following can best explain her being a good teacher? She might to instill control to her student. Yeah, she might is good. Teacher Vincent brought ham steer in the class during the lecture about mamas. So the ham steer is device commonly known as a relia. Teacher can bring relia only when feasible. When asked student for Teacher Eric, describe him as someone who knows what he's talking about. Teacher Eric therefore exhibits a power known as expert power. When the choosing an instructional aid or device, the primary consideration of the teacher would be suitability. To show the disapprove to the misbehavior of the student, Teacher Paul clears his route and locks identity at the learning. The classroom management style is commonly known as signal interference. Which of the computer-based instructional tool can help you revise which works such as short story and essays? Word processing. Miss Agatip wants to show to her class a magnified picture of the Mount Pinatubo crater fixed on a band paper. Which of the following tools can she use? Of course, projector. As a teacher employ the project-based multimedia learning. Project-based multimedia learning strategy. What are some limitations teacher expect from the encounter? There is a need to extending the use of several media. The presentation of the product is not an easy task, so the technology skill to produce a product may be lacking. B.F. Skinner is a known psychologist and one who is the first to describe the operant conditioning which of the technique is application of operant conditioning, master learning, process approach, project methods, computer-assisted instruction, process approach. Which of the following choice considered as a social force that affects the school and the curriculum? Nature of knowledge, learning characteristic, learning style, change in gender roles. Which of the following is expression of child interest in his body? Comparing themselves with others? No. Looking at themselves in the mirror? No. Commenting on various parts on the body? Yes, this is the correct answer. Motor development is satisfied by particular child who recognize differences, different size toys given to him? No. Learn how to walk, run, steer, and jump. That's a good answer. Which among the following drugs is commonly used for a child with ADHD? Valium, Haldol, Ritalin, or Turazin? Ritalin. What is the main reason why children with ADHD have limited learning skill, act on impulse, and cannot concentrate? Yeah. ADHD. Many concerned parents commonly make that mistake of deliberating creating high level of stress for their child. No. Unintentionally rewarding their children for creating stress? No. Attempting to protect their children from all stress? Letter C. Is tutoring commonly caused by problems with physical origin, psychological consequence of permissive, side effect of authoritarian parenting? Yes, letter C. How can parents foster initiative and independence in children? Mastering the psychomotor skills. It's just important. Which stage consider teacher, peers, and adult outside the home important in shaping attitude toward oneself? Industry versus inferiority, of course. When a child manifests mutism, self-destructive behavior, and echolalia, the child might be showing the symptoms of childhood autism. Ningguwa na itong mga bataan na to, mauna ning autism. When a child manifests mutism, self-destructive behavior, and echolalia, the child might be showing the symptoms of autism. Kaya pala yung mga autism ng anak niya mo. Oo, kasi tanawa ng self-destructive. Sa sarili ni bitang nang lihok bitaw sila. Behavior and echolalia. Kanang ilang behavior ba? Na napaka-wild. And that child might be showing that symptoms of children autism. Mayroong autism yung mga anak niya. When a person's moral choice undetermined by the direct consequence of action, he is more like in stage of free conversional. What is the motivation of person who paints for the sheer enjoyment of creative artwork? Intrinsic. Providing a variety of learning activities to the student is the characteristic of the teacher who understands the principle of facilitating learning with emphasis on individual differences. B. All of the following shows respect for individual differences except give greater attention to the gifted learner. Treat all learners alike while the classroom. Treat all learners alike while the classroom. Yes, of course. Students who are disobedient and display negative attitude toward others are best handled by teacher who will take every opportunity to praise him for every positive attitude display. Which of the following develops a critical thinking skill among the student? Willingness to suspend judgment. Ay, nako, Lord. Time is very fast. Oh my God. It's only little I can review today. I have a lot to do. I need to finish this one reviewer, and I can proceed to the other reviewers. Oh my goodness, I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck on you. General knowledge. It's almost 1,000 items, this one. Oh my goodness. But now I'm still here, 832. I'm just only, review for my board exams. I hope so. I can answer all, and I can remember all what I had reviews every day. I hope so. But anyway, it's my review what is not effective for what, so I don't know things. So this is my first time to take the board exam, so I hope that I can do it all. Oh, what happened? It's why it's here. This is all my requirements. Hey, it's my all requirements is here. Why it's here? I already give to the. Maybe this one is my extra. This is my extra, I think. Personal information lesson is mentioned earlier. Information system. First name Leisure, middle name Beluso, last name Binida, middle name Beluso. Ain is Sabasama, Sandra, female, Filipino, March 7. The Bolado Street sa Tala. Oh my god, what I should do for this one. Merchant's name. Can we be friends? Be friends. Yes, of course, why not? This one is what? The public institution for social security. What is this? That's for madam. I need this one for my notes. I need that one for math competition. So Erik Erikson is psychosocial development theory. John Piaget, cognitive learning theory. John Watson, behavior theory. Edward Tolman, purpose to behaviorism. So Bernard Wiener, attribution theory. So Daniel Goleman, emotional intelligence. Titchener, instructionalism psychology. Robert Galli, sequence of instruction. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs or motivation theory. Benjamin Bloom, cognitive taxonomy. David Draftworth, affective domain. Lev Vygotsky, sociocultural theory of cognitive duty. Logistic and theory scaffolding. John Locke, tabula rasa, experism. Charles Colley, looking glass self-theory. John Flavel, metacognition. Arne Giselle, maturation theory. Jean Dewey, learning by doing. David Probert, father of kindergarten. David Probert, father of kindergarten. Augustine Comte, father of the sociology. John Adams, exclamations for modern education. Well, Wolf, father of modern psychology, Sigmund is a Freud, father of psychoanalytic of psychosexual theory, Jean Heresy, father of education and pedagogy, Ivan Pavlov, classical conditioning, Verhaers F. Skinner, operant and conditioning, operant. So David Asubils, a manifold of learning, and Jerome Bruner discovered the learning spiral curriculum. Albert Bandura is social cognitive learning theory, Edward Lynn Thorndike, law of readiness and exercises. Kurt Level is life space content, color problem, solving by insight, insightful, and learning. Ori Bronfenbrenner, ecological theory, Sandra Beam, gender scheme theory, Howard Gardner, theory multiple intelligence, Elliot Ter, social domain theory, Lawrence Kalber, moral development theory, and Robert Sternberg, Churchon, very intolerant theory of Law of Education, PRC BR 435, Code of Ethics for the Professionalism Teacher, PD 1006, Degree of Professionalism Teacher, RE number 467, Magna Carta for Public School Teacher, RE 7796, is the Act of 1994, RE 7796, Philippines Teacher Professionalization Act of 1994, RE 9135, BGAC, Basic Education or DepEd Law, RE 9293, Teacher Professionalization Act, RE 10533, Keto Law, Act number 2706, Private School Law, Commonwealth, Act number 571, Person in Authority, kataas-taasang pagkagawaran ng bilang 7 Filipino National Proklama 12 Linggo ng Wika, Balagtasan, March 29 to April 4. That's it for today. Because the time now, it's 8:45, I think. Yeah, so that's for today. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.